was November 20th. Foggy morning. We had a fog advisory out, and I slipped into the stand to hope that I could maybe call in a mature buck from the neighboring properties, and you'll see what happens next. It's November 20th, and we got up into the tree, and it is just a foggy mess. There's a fog advisory out, and right now we can only see about 80 to 100 yards, and that's it. And it dies off pretty quick there. But I hung this stand last night, and we're sitting on a ridge top. We've got beans to our south, and bedding up here to our north and east. So we're hoping that the big bucks are going to be on their feet. It wasn't long after I hit the pack rack magnum that a small buck showed up, and another mature deer that had half of his rack knocked off because he probably had been fighting. It was a pretty cool deer, mainframe 8-pointer with a split 2 and broken off brow tines and a whole broken off left side. Really cool deer. I elected to pass on him because I knew in the next year or so he was going to be a good mature deer. He came into about 15 yards, worked around, and went ahead and took off. Well, hit a quick rattling sequence about 10-15 minutes ago, and I look over my right, and there's a deer just barreling down from that bedding area, and I heard it. It walked right, almost right underneath us. It was pretty awesome. And then I heard something else, and I'm like, what is that? And I look up there, and there's a giant, and he looked like a mainframe 8, a split on his tube, really, really tall, really big deer, but half of his rack was broken off. He looked like he had been fighting, and that's why he came into those rattling horns. I waited about 15 minutes before I hit the pack rack again, and you know, it was a good thing I did, because it let all the other deer work their way out, and you know, other ones to maybe have heard that other sound before and kind of, you know, not sure if they're coming in. And you know, it wasn't but 5 minutes after that I heard something to my right. I look over there, and there's a mature buck on his way in. I just smoked a giant. I hit him high and back. But he's down there in the ditch. So it was kind of a blessing that I hit him high and back, caught the spine. He didn't go very far, and you know, I was able to get another arrow in him real quick. Oh, would you look at this deer? This is an awesome Southeast Iowa giant. He is a fighter. Look how wide he is. But it was a tough hunt. I learned, you know, a valuable lesson, and I probably shouldn't have shot that deer. But you know, looking back on it, it's my best deer yet, and I couldn't be happier with him. He's hanging on the wall at home, and it was a really, really good hunt, and I'll never forget it, because it may be the last buck that I shoot in Iowa.